Hi boys and girls, this is our Module 3 mini lecture called Rockin' Recorders. So before now you guys have been working on your rhythms, you've been working on your note readings, and now we are finally here to put all of that together to first start learning to play our recorders. So you should have received your recorders with your packet when you got your information for starting this class. So go ahead and take those recorders out because we are ready to get started. So I first like to go over our learning targets. Our first learning target for Rockin' Recorders is I will be able to hold my recorder with good posture. I will be able to play the notes G, A, and B on my recorder using the correct fingerings. And I will be able to use the notes that I have learned to play hot cross buns on my recorders. So if you read already in what the expectations are for this week, you'll know that your two assignments are to learn hot cross buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb, and you're going to get to upload your very own video of you performing for your classmates to see your very first performance. So that is super exciting. And just keep that in mind as we go through today's lesson. So the only vocabulary word that we have that's new for us is posture, and posture means the way in which we sit or stand properly with our instrument. So here we go with our mini lecture. So the first thing you're going to need to know is which is your left and which is your right hand. So go ahead and put your hands out in front of you. The fingers here are numbered, and that's important when we put them down to play the different notes on the recorder. Starting with your left hand, your pinky is finger 4, your ring finger is finger 3, your middle finger is finger 2, and your pointer finger is finger 1. Now, not listed on here, your left thumb is also going to be really important in today's lesson. Now for this module, we won't be using the right hand. You can use it to hold up your recorder, but you're not actually going to be putting down any of these fingers for the songs we're doing this week. But the finger numbers are exactly the same on the right hand as they are on the left hand. So let's get started. Take a look at your recorder. The front of your recorder, or the top part, is where you see all of those different holes that you're going to put your fingers down on. Now the dot you see here on this diagram showing us how to play the notes, that's actually on the back. So if you turn your recorder over, you'll see a single dot on the back, and that's where your left thumb is going to go. So anytime that you see this dot here in the back, that is telling you to put your left thumb down. You're also going to put down your pointer finger on your left hand, and that is going to be the pitch B. So if you remember from last week, there's B right on the middle line, and let's listen to what B sounds like. So there's your B. Go ahead now and try to play the pitch B. It's important to remember when you're playing your recorder to just put a nice even breath through the recorder for a nice sound. If you blow too hard or start puffing out your cheeks, you're going to get a whistling noise, and that's not what we're looking for. So be very careful when you're blowing in. It doesn't take a lot of air to make a good sound. The second pitch we're going to be using is A. So once again, you can see that the black dot to the side is telling us that your left thumb is going to be behind the recorder. And now your index finger and middle finger are going to be on the recorder as well. So you're going to be using 3 fingers here to play our pitch A. And here's our A as a space note on the staff, and this is what A sounds like. Go ahead and try your A now. Alright, and the last note you're going to be using for today's activity is G. G also uses that thumb note, and now you're going to be putting down fingers 1, 2, and 3. That's your pointer, your middle, and your ring finger on your left hand to play the pitch G. And here's what G sounds like. So go ahead now and try to play the pitch G. Here's another example of what all of our notes look like, and it has underneath how to play the note. So now if you'd like to pause the video at any point starting now, you can start practicing some of these slides. The first 4 quarter notes you have are the pitch B, so your left thumb and left first finger. Your next note is A, thumb, first finger and second finger. And then finally, your thumb, first, second, and third finger is your G. So if you'd like to come back to this slide and pause it, you can go ahead and practice all 3 of those notes and changing between them. So you may be wondering, how do I practice? I've never played an instrument before. So what I like to say is say it, move it, play it. Now what does that mean? So the first thing you're going to do when you get your new piece of music is you're going to say all of the note names in the song to practice reading your music, since we only started it last module, so it's okay if it's still difficult for you. The next thing you're going to do is move it. Once again, you're going to say the note names out loud, but you're going to move the fingers on your left hand to be making those different notes that you're going to be playing. So right now you're just practicing reading and moving the fingers. When you're comfortable doing that, you can finally move on to play it, where you'll be moving the fingers and physically blowing into your recorder to play the different notes. So let's put this to practice. Here's your first song, Hot Cross Buns. So the first thing we're going to do is say it. We're going to say B, A, G, rest. B, A, G, rest. G, 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 A, B, A, G. And here you can see that we have our half notes and our quarter notes, as we previously learned before, our time signature, all things that you should know already. So now that we've done say it, you're going to do move it. We're going to say the letter names again, and this time you're going to be putting your fingers down on the recorder. So to get ready for B, go ahead and put down your thumb and your first finger so we can get ready to play that B pitch. And once again, we're going to do say it first. Here are the notes. B, A, G, rest. B, A, G, rest. G, 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 A, B, A, G. And now finally we come to the fun part. We're ready to play. Now if you don't feel like you're ready to play yet, go back to either say it or move it until you feel comfortable. But here's what Hot Cross Buns is going to sound like if you were comfortable enough to do play it.
Play.
So there you go with Hot Cross Buns. Now remember, feel free to come back at any time and pause these screens so that you can practice them, especially for your performance, which you're going to get to submit later on in the module. Coming up now, we have our next song, which is Mary Had a Little Lamb. You'll notice that all of the notes are the same notes that you've had for the other songs. So we're not going to go through this one with saying it, moving it, and playing it. That is for you to do. The only thing I'm going to do with you is the say it part in case you're unfamiliar with these notes. So once we're going to go through it with say it. And here are our notes. B, A, G, A, B, B, B. A, B, B, B. B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B, A, G. Now this one moves a lot more than Hot Cross Buns, so don't worry if this one takes you a little bit longer to master, but take your time. You have 2 full weeks for this module to get this song down before your performance is due. Now that's all we have to cover for this mini lecture, but I have provided you another song here called Down by the Station, which uses again G, A, and B, half notes and quarter notes, just in case you were feeling advanced or you move through the other songs quickly. But remember, the more you practice, the more songs you're going to learn. And finally, I provided you all of the different notes that you can use on your recorder. So if you'd like to look on YouTube or look up a song on Google, you'll be able to figure out any song that you wanted to work on. At the bottom, you can see here's the note we learned today, our B here in light blue, A right here in pink, and the G in teal. All of the other notes are brand new. Keep in mind that side dot is your left thumb that's behind the recorder. The only time it's not used is right here for the high D. That's only going to be your middle finger. Now the notes on the top have colors at the bottom. This is where your right hand is going to come into play and you can start using both hands. Those can be a little bit trickier and we're going to cover them in the next module, so don't feel like you have to learn them now. But if you're feeling like you want to learn an advanced song, then I give you full permission to give that a try. So that is the end of our module. Happy practicing and have a great week.